Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kapadash, and with double honors to my apostles at Great Millstone, who taught me this truth and who rule well, and a sincere Shalom to the elect out there, teach this truth in all honesty and sincerity in these last days. I got a real fast lesson for you brothers about, speaking, man. The importance of watching the words that come out of your mouth. Okay? I'm going to get James 3 in a minute, but we want to start off with Matthew, the 12th chapter. Okay? In fact, you know what? We'll start at Matthew 12 and 34. O generation of vipers, how can ye, being evil, speak good things? For out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaketh. A good man out of the good treasure of the heart bringeth forth good things. Okay, which is what? The correct doctrine. Not getting caught up in their emotions. Preaching about the joy of the kingdom being at hand. And just being brutally truthful, especially when it comes to prophecies, man. And you can't really have respecter of persons, man. You can't just have an old lady come up to the camp and all of a sudden you got, obviously you try not to be too vulgar around the elderly. I'm not saying that, but you got guys that an old lady will come up to camp, or somebody in their family will ask them a question, that they have respecter of persons for, and that sways the answer, man. Okay, that sways the truth of the answer, the truth of the matter. Us men in Great Millstone, we're supposed to deal with some facts, man. Not how we feel. And an evil man out of the evil treasure bringeth forth evil things. Okay? Like malice, things like that. A violent mouth, forward, being too forward. Okay? But I say unto you, that every idle word that men shall speak, and this is why you got to catch what you say. You might have to pray for forgiveness on it, man. They shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned. And, I was meditating earlier on, there's been guys that were, good teachers that had that fucking potty mouth or whatever, and they're out the truth. Okay, guys that covered up their understanding with vulgar words. Okay? And fair speeches, man. Taking advantage of younger brothers' emotions, man. Yeah, one guy who was in the main camp, I believe they used to call him the general. I believe his Hebrew name is Makawana. I believe. But I know they used to call him the general. Right? He was known for having one of the most foul mouths in all of Israel, man. Okay? And, that led to a lot of brothers who came up during that time having just thinking that they're able to say whatever they want, to anybody. That was a cancer in the body, man, but it got squashed out, man. It got squashed out, man. And that guy ended up falling out the truth. Okay? Because he got condemned by his own words, man. He was sitting there talking about, he was on one street speaking video, he was talking about fucking murdering some bitch and just all kinds of crazy ass shit, man. Here it is, we're trying to protect ourselves from having the image of being militant, and you got guys out there saying that shit, man. You got guys in other camps that are just able to say whatever the hell they want, and nobody checks them but Great Millstone, man. They can say whatever the hell they want. They come up with any theory or philosophy or doctrine they want. Okay? And they'll cover it up with love for the 2/3, man, acting like they love their people. But really, they're leading them in a trap, man. But we do have to watch our tongue, man. You know, we do have to watch our tongue, man. And watching other brothers speak is important too. You know? In fact, I want to get this scripture real quick. I believe it's in Sirach. Oh man, what chapter? I might have to look it up. I think it's 27. Sirach 27 and 3. This is a good one. I don't know if this is the right chapter, but unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, okay, and that's also proves that guys like that that are unruly, you know, they have no discipline, they really don't have a diligent fear of the Lord. Okay? Because if they did, they'd be checking themselves a little more often, man. You know? His house shall soon be overthrown, as when one sifteth with a sieve, the refuse remaineth. Okay? So the filth of man in his talk. Right, a dirty mouth, man. Alright, the refuse. What's another word for refuse? Waste. Okay? Refuse is often used as a term for shit, sewage, things like that. Okay? All the refuse that the Most High don't want, man, you gotta cleanse that from you. Alright? And you shouldn't really praise a man before he speaks, man. Because you don't know, man. You know, you'll have these people on social media or the internet in general, and they'll post something, you know, pro-Israelite, and everybody jumps on to fucking big them up, man. You haven't heard that man speak. Like, I remember a few years ago when Kendrick Lamar mentioned one line in one of his rap songs, all right? And brothers were being cautious, making videos saying, you know, let's wait and see, big deal, you know, he knows he's an Israelite. A lot of these celebrities know. And you had guys getting offended at that, man. You had guys in Great Millstone getting offended at that. You know? But what ended up happening? He ended up, he supports IUIC. Because I think his brother or his cousin's in IUIC or some shit, man. So that's why you gotta hear a man talk, man. Alright? You gotta hear a man talk, man. You know? And not everybody's the best speaker. Okay? Not everybody is the best speaker. But it's what comes out of them. Okay? It's what comes out of you that defiles you. Verse 5, the furnace proveth the potter's vessel, so the trial of man is in his reasoning. And if you got a vulgar, malicious mouth, okay, you don't really have very much reasoning skills with people, man. You probably find yourself getting in arguments all the fucking time with people, man. Alright, a man who knows how to reason, that's a man of wisdom. You know what I'm saying? A man that knows how to get along well with people, man. There's some guys that say so little sometimes, you know, they kind of creep you out, and that's not a good thing either. Okay, there's a difference between looking like a damn psycho and being humble and meek, All right, there's a big difference. All right, those are 2 or 3 separate vibrations. All right, the fruit declareth that the tree have been dressed. So is the utterance of a conceit in the heart of a man. Right, the fruit declareth, man. You know, are those fruits that are meet for repentance, or are those fruits that are laid upon thorns and thistles, man? Here's the point. Praise no man before thou hearest him speak. Okay, so if you got guys that have been in the camp for a while and they don't like to speak, they always like to turn down the opportunity to speak. You know, they don't like to really comment much. You know, they just want to read. You know, eventually you got to watch people like that, because they could be an agent, man. You know, they could be an agent. I'm not saying that every man that shows that kind of behavior is an agent, but there are agents out there, man, that wing it. You know, they take down a few notes and they teach this truth by memory, not by understanding. Okay? For this is the trial of men. I want to get come on, man. How come this never works when I'm shooting a video? Matthew 15:11. Not that which goeth into the mouth defileth the man, but that which cometh out of the mouth, this defileth the man. Right, because that's the intentions of the heart of a man. Okay, the mind of a man. Okay? By what? His words, man. What else are we supposed to gauge somebody by, man? You know? And watch your brother's body language when he speaks, man. Especially if if a brother's up and coming. Watch his body language, man. Body language says a lot. I think it's the 5th verse. James 3:2. I'm going to jump down to probably 6, 5. For in many things we offend all. If any man offend not in word, the same is a perfect man, and able also to bridle the whole body. If you notice, brothers that have great millstone, that are, well respected elders. Well, I'm not just talking about the apostle. I'm talking about brothers like Kazak from Mississippi, brother Manatazakba from South Carolina. He has a big following. That brother's a very good people person, man. He just goes up to random people and says shit that would normally piss people off, man. But it's the way he says it. He comes back as he comes off as being meek when he has these conversations with people, man. He'll ask them about the mark of the beast. He'll ask them if they know what they're Israelites. He'll ask them about prophecy, things going on. But he does it in a skillful way, man. Whereas back when he first came in the truth, he was probably pissing people off because he was being a little too aggressive in his wording, man. But we all go through that. It takes practice and it takes a mastery, all right? For in many things we offend all, if any man offend not in word. Yahshua is also a great example of that. Brother from Los Angeles, behold, I come quickly. Man, I forgot that brother's name. Brother Adama and Iwas and Elder Monaghan. Those are brothers that just teach the word, man. They don't get caught up in getting in rants. You know, they don't offend a lot of these demons, man. You know, they offend them with straight truth and knowledge, man, and not with malicious words. Okay? What we're trying to do is we're trying to offend people with the doctrine who want to get offended, man, not with our own thoughts. Let the doctrine offend them, man, because then woe unto them, man, by whom the offense cometh. Okay? If you're offended by the doctrine, the Most High ain't dealing with you. But those brothers are examples of being great leaders in this truth, man. You know, they don't sit there and make videos picking on people and talking shit, because we could really all do that. Even so, verse 5, even so the tongue is a little member, and boasts of great things. Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth. And when you get caught up in your emotions like that, you don't know how to rule over your spirit. Okay, it creates bad situations, man. It can get you kicked out of the truth. It can get you in trouble. It can get other brothers in trouble. You know, if you're a seasoned brother in this thing, man, what you do and say reflects upon the rest of the young ones in the camp, man. That's why you gotta chill the fuck out sometimes. You know? Not saying anything too worldly, so on and so forth. You know, have a mystique about you. And the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. Okay? Because that's what defiles you ultimately. Is what comes out of you. So is the tongue among our members, that it defileth the whole body, and setteth on fire the course of nature, and it is set on fire of hell. For every kind of beasts and of birds and of serpents and of things in the sea is tamed, and hath been tamed of mankind. Well, hey, look at how the vibration when you speak to animals, man. You know, like dogs and cats. If you put a little bass in your voice, they might listen a little quicker, or they might get afraid, you know. You know, but it's the same kind with these people out here, man. Especially our people, man. You got to look at 2/3 of our people as being beasts, dumb beasts. All right. So you got to watch how you talk to a beast, because a beast will fucking flip out because they have no reasoning. But the tongue can no man tame. It is an unruly evil full of deadly poison. And we've seen guys slip up and get kicked out. We've seen these other camps slip up and get exposed, and members leave. Okay? Elders in their camps leave. So on and so forth, man. But the point is that tongue is deadly poison, man. You know? It's deadly poison, man. A cop might come up to the camp. You know, when somebody speaks out of turn, when the leader is dealing with the situation, and he might, you know, say something that offends the cop or pisses the cop off, and they call for backup, and before you know it, the whole camp is getting arrested. All because that one person spoke out of turn and couldn't shut his mouth and let the leadership deal with the situation. All right? I'm not going to call him a brother, obviously, but you know, I hope you brothers were edified and informed. You know, till next time, shalom, peace and blessings to you.